Here is a list of 20 sample questions and answers for the General Principles of Agency section of the Texas Real Estate Commission licensing exam. What is an agency relationship in real estate? An agency relationship is a legal relationship in which one party, the agent, acts on behalf of another party, the principal, in a real estate transaction. What is fiduciary duty and how does it relate to real estate agency? Fiduciary duty is a legal obligation to act in the best interests of another party, and it is a fundamental aspect of real estate agency relationships. What is the difference between a client and a customer in a real estate transaction? A client is a party who has hired an agent to represent them in a real estate transaction, while a customer is a party who is working with an agent but has not hired them as a representative. What is the duty of loyalty in a real estate agency relationship? The duty of loyalty is an agent's obligation to put the interests of their client above their own interests and the interests of third parties. What is the duty of obedience in a real estate agency relationship? The duty of obedience is an agent's obligation to follow the lawful and reasonable instructions of their client. What is the duty of disclosure in a real estate agency relationship? The duty of disclosure is an agent's obligation to disclose all relevant information about a property and the transaction to their client. What is the duty of confidentiality in a real estate agency relationship? The duty of confidentiality is an agent's obligation to keep their client's confidential information private and not disclose it to third parties without their client's consent. What is the difference between single agency and dual agency in real estate? Single agency is when an agent represents only one party in a real estate transaction, while dual agency is when an agent represents both the buyer and seller in the same transaction. What is a subagent in a real estate transaction? A subagent is an agent who is appointed by another agent to represent the same principal in a transaction. What is the duty of care in a real estate agency relationship? The duty of care is an agent's obligation to exercise reasonable care and skill in performing their duties for their client. What is an exclusive agency agreement in real estate? An exclusive agency agreement is a contract between a client and an agent where the agent has exclusive rights to represent the client in a real estate transaction, but the client reserves the right to sell the property themselves without owing the agent a commission. What is an exclusive right to sell agreement in real estate? An exclusive right to sell agreement is a contract between a client and an agent where the agent has exclusive rights to represent the client in a real estate transaction and is entitled to a commission if the property is sold, regardless of who sells it. What is an open listing agreement in real estate? An open listing agreement is a contract between a client and an agent where the client can work with multiple agents simultaneously to sell their property, and only the agent who brings a buyer is entitled to a commission. What is a net listing agreement in real estate? A net listing agreement is a contract between a client and an agent where the agent is entitled to keep any amount above a certain minimum sale price, which can create a conflict of interest for the agent. What is the difference between an agent and a broker in real estate? An agent is a licensed individual who represents clients in real estate transactions, while a broker is a licensed individual who can also manage other agents and brokerages. What is the duty of accounting in a real estate agency relationship? The duty of accounting is an agent's obligation to keep accurate records of all transactions and funds. What is the difference between an express agency and an implied agency? A express agency is created through an explicit agreement between the principal and the agent, while implied agency is created through the actions and conduct of the parties involved. What is the duty of loyalty in an agency relationship? A. The duty of loyalty requires the agent to act in the best interests of the principal, including avoiding conflicts of interest and disclosing any known information that may affect the principal's decision. What is the duty of disclosure in an agency relationship? A. The duty of disclosure requires the agent to provide all material facts and information to the principal that could influence their decision-making process. What is the duty of confidentiality in an agency relationship? A. The duty of confidentiality requires the agent to keep all confidential information regarding the principal and the transaction confidential, unless authorized by the principal or required by law. All the very best for your licensing exam. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you have suggestions for more such videos, please leave a comment below.